Hi, I'm Christian Stout, and I'm a photographer.
What got you started doing photography?
My aunt, she was a really good photographer, and she always inspired me with the way that she would edit her pictures and the way that she captured things and the way that she saw things through her eyes. It made me want to be cool like that and see things, see what I could see through my own point of view. And so that's why I started catching up on photography. And I only use my iPhone just because I like the little challenge through editing, and the quality doesn't have to take away from how cool of a picture it can turn out to be. So that's why I use my iPhone a lot. An iPhone 4S and an iPhone 3GS is what I used to use and what I currently use. So I use apps like Mextures and Vasco, which are great apps that I use to edit all my pictures, make them look the way that I want my pictures to be perceived at, and how I want other people to imagine what my pictures feel. I want my pictures to give off a feeling that people want to see and want to look at and want to feel.
What's the favorite picture you've taken?
This is one of my favorite pictures. It's a picture at the zoo of the lion Ina. It's my favorite picture just because I like animals a lot, and I like how the tiger, or the lion, I guess I should say, was looking right at the camera at the right time. And it just turned out to be a really good picture with all the colors and the contrast and the colorization that I did when I was editing the picture. I hang it in my bedroom currently with all my other pictures that I post, the ones that I really like. But this one has to be one of my favorites just because of the turnout that I did.
So what's your style, would you say, with your pictures?
My style? My style would have to be anything that I would like to see. Basically anything that I think looks cool or is cool, I will take a picture of it and perceive it the way that I want it to be perceived. It doesn't have to necessarily be a certain thing or a certain texture or certain edit that I use constantly. It just has to be what I want to see and what I think other people want to see of me, and that's why I edit the way I do. And sometimes I don't go the safe route and my more comfortable route, and I'll be like, oh, this one would look great if I do like a dark fade, but sometimes I push myself. I'm like, why not do a light fade this time, or make it lighter, make it not as dark as what my pictures typically are. And so sometimes I like to challenge myself a little bit, so it just depends on how I'm feeling that day, but I typically don't have overall style of my pictures.
So why don't you tell me about your awards that you've won so far for your pictures?
I have won a couple awards. I've won 2 plaques and a honorable mention. And one of the judges, because I got to meet with the judges at the gallery where it showed everyone's pictures that's won or got a mention, he told me that he told me that no one's ever, the first year that someone's entered, no one's gotten 3 pictures right then and there for their first time entering this competition or this contest, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he really liked a lot of my pictures, but unfortunately a lot of the judges there were more simple judges. They weren't as like into the stuff that I photographed. So unfortunately I didn't win any first place prizes, but I did get 2 awards and an honorable mention, which was nice, and it's gonna keep me from going further with my career as a photographer.
So you see yourself doing this for the next 5 or 10 years?
Of course I do.
Do you think this is a hobby you'll stick with?
Yes, yeah. It's a big hobby that I want to keep a part of me and show my kids further down. Just show them what I did for fun. I mean, I go on walks and I'll explore new places, and I'll try and be like, oh wow, that tree's really white, why not take a picture of it? Or this forest looks really cool if I edit it this way. I always try and picture something the way I want to see it before I photograph it. So if I'm like, wow, this entire forest is really cool, then I'll just picture how I want to edit it in my mind, and I'll get the angle that I want, and I'll take a picture of it. Of course, I take multiple pictures in case one turns out blurry, or if I shake my hand at the last second or get a finger in it, then I always have multiples to edit in case one turns out bad. But I definitely do see it as a career that I want to pursue further down the road, and a hobby that I want to keep.
Thanks so much for your time.